Well, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but sometimes the old apple trick just doesn't cut it.
Especially during cold and flu season, aka sugar season.
So what's a family to do?
Make elderberry syrup.
And today, we're going to show you how.
Stop playing with the elderberries. So we're gonna make two versions. One that the kids like that's just elderberries and honey, and one that's a little more powerful with ginger and cinnamon and all that good stuff.
For this recipe, we're going to be using dried elderberries.
Next we're gonna add 2 cups of water, filtered water per batch. For the kid version, we're gonna bring it to a boil and then simmer on the stove for 30 minutes.
For the more adult version of our elderberry syrup, we are going to add some extra ingredients, starting with my favorite, a stick of cinnamon. Next, we're going to add half a teaspoon of ground cloves. You can also use 4 whole cloves if you'd rather. So the last ingredient we're going to be adding is ginger. We are going to be using a tablespoon of grated ginger.
We're gonna simmer the second one for 30 minutes as well. It smells so good in our house right now. Now that this has simmered for about 30 minutes, we're going to remove it from the heat and let it cool down slightly before we strain it. Next, we're gonna strain it through this fine mesh strainer and get all the liquid out. You gotta push on them with the back of a spoon or something to squeeze all the last juicy goodness out. Once your elderberry juice has cooled down a bit, it's still warm, you're gonna want to add 1 cup of honey. This honey is from bees on our property, but you could use any honey. I think the raw honey is better because it still has the goodness preserved. Alright, now we're gonna transfer it to our jar so we can store it in the fridge.
I'm excited. This is it. We don't can this because canning will 86 all the goodness of your honey, so we make just enough to store it in the fridge and drink it before it goes bad in about 6 weeks.
Yeah, we normally have about 1 tablespoon per day for adults and 1 teaspoon for the kids, but if we're not feeling good, we'll take it up to 3 times a day. That was it.
Delicious.
One really fun thing that you can do with your elderberry syrup is make your own sparkling water out of it. I got this soda stream from Facebook Marketplace a few years back. It was definitely one of my better purchases. It gets so much cheaper and better for you than buying the cans of sparkling water. So we just add 1 tablespoon of the elderberry syrup to the bottom of each of our jars and add the water. With the spoon. Cheers.
Cheers. To your health.
And yours.
Hey. And yours.
So good. You don't like sparkling things.
I don't like sparkling water. But the elderberry is good.
As you can see, elderberry syrup is super easy to make at home yourself and much cheaper too.
Yep, this is our #1 way to make it through cold and flu season, and it gets us through every time. See you next time on the Farm to Rich. I do not like sparkling water. Why do we do that?